You know, I've been bragging that I don't have power. That, my friend, is not a good sign, because that is almost definitely power. Just a quick little tipsy when you're mowing with a heavy mower on a slopey yard like mine. I always turn upwards, even though it's in the wrong direction. I'm basically going down. I'm always turning upwards, then reversing and coming down. Because if you're actually taking this mower down the slope, it kind of drags you along, even if you don't pull the clutch and with a drive. So just have a look at what I do. Okay, so I'm mowing down this line right now. And my next line would be the 1 year. So what I'm doing is I'm turning up and reversing down, because if I'm actually coming along this direction and going down this steep slope, it really shoots the mower and you have to like kind of use a lot of power to bring it back. Whereas if you turn upwards, you can use the clutch to brake the actual machine. And you don't use any power at all. So that's what I do. Just a quick tip. Good day all, and welcome to the South African lawn. Very lekker. Welcome to another video, guys. Doesn't that just look awesome? How's that? And then in this video we're going to do not a lot of things, mainly an update video on the green, and then 1 or 2 things on this yard. Just look at this yard, guys. Last 2 weeks very cold, well 3 weeks very cold, and then now for 4 or 5 days we've had warmer weather again. Just striping up from both sides because the sun is from the side. Just imagine the lines going in this direction, guys. Like, yeah, would have been insane. Just have a look at that. I don't know. Let me show you the lawn. Let me stop talking. Mooi. I've been training these stripes in for the last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks, and it is time to probably change the stripes, but it is looking insane in my opinion. You know, this is probably my favorite thing about cool season grass in the winter. It feels like you're defying odds. It feels like you're cheating life. And the reason why I say that, just check there, guys. Cold weather, the trees have lost their leaves, everything has turned yellow, and this thing just springs into gear, especially here on this yard. Didn't get a lot of frost. I know there's been a couple of heavy frosts on the golf courses and so on. I'm quite sheltered with a lot of trees, so I'm 1 or 2 degrees warmer than the dips and those type of things. Not a lot of frost, and it is just flipping peaking. I absolutely love this. In the winter, it is just probably the prettiest thing that I've seen in my life. Okay, so before we get into the actual update of the golf green, some lekker things happening there. I just want to show you, I'm going to do 1 or 2 things here. There where I took the grass out and built this extra step here, has really settled down a bit here. Well, actually never had it level in the first place. So I don't know if I put it to you a little bit closer. Let me see if I want to try and get this grass flush with that level, and it's a little bit low. The grass level is a little bit low at this stage. So I want to try and get this filled up with some sand, let the grass grow through, and have it so flat there that I can even run over that area with my lawnmower. So I've got more or less the same thing going on right there. So as you can see, the mower, I can't go to the edge because I'll hit the flipping bricks there. Whereas there, it's a little bit more lacquer. You know, I can run over the edge with my lawnmower. So I don't want to scratch that beautiful lawnmower of mine because that thing just mows so lacquer. So that's what I'm going to do now, and then we'll talk about the green in a seckie. Yeah, okay, so what you want to do is you want to grab yourself a bucket like this one, or that famous HTH pool chlorine bucket that I'm always using in my videos. You want to get yourself some topsoil. I've got a load up there, but I can't take the camera with because it is absolutely embarrassing how filthy that side of the yard is. Yeah, so I've got some topsoil here. Doesn't look like the best stuff, to be honest with you. I also got this from Garden Organics down there in Little Falls. I must be honest with you, it looks, I don't know, rather dodgy. I don't know, it just doesn't look like a pure mix. It probably looks like there's going to pop up a million of broadleaf weeds. Oh, mind you, oh no, it's not that bad. Look there. No, it just looks clumpy. You see, it makes clumps like this. No, very soil-like. Then I want to target the low areas here. That's what we're going to do. So I see a low area here, and then a lot of unevenness, especially there in the corner and here, most of all. And what you want to do here is you want to cover all those areas with soil, and then you want to be very careful because this is not kikuyu or kweek or Bermuda. So you can't really smother the grass here. It will smother it. Whereas kikuyu will find a way through and survive. This is a little bit different, you know. So it might take 2 or 3 applications of this annoying process. I say, now we're cooking. Now we're talking. Oh, I need to do my edges. They are bad. They are very bad. Yeah, so now you want any form of rake. In the previous video I called this a spade. I don't know why, my English suck. So that's lekker. And then you rake it in until you see, if you don't see any leaf blades sticking through on Kentucky bluegrass or ryegrass or any of the cool season grasses, then you need to rake that away. Oh, this is taking quite a lot of sand. I can already see some leaf blade coming through here. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, so also some low areas here. I see some stones, which is really irritating me. This looks more like a building sand. And I've got topsoil here. So you can't go too heavy here. If this was kikuyu in the middle of summer, I would just smother it to the level that I wanted, and the chances are very good that it will come through again. So I won't make too big of a thing if you're doing this type of thing. Rather keep some soil on hand and then repeat this process every 2-3 weeks, and treat this area with nitrogen even more often if you want to, so you can get that vigorous growth, and then it pushes through or grow through it quite a lot faster. Oh no, man, look at this. It's got these small stones and things in. This is less than ideal. I'll have to properly rake off the excess here so my reel mower doesn't catch all of this. I just want to point out once again that this is a rake, it's not a spade. In the previous video I called it a spade. It's not, it's definitely a rake. As you can see right there, this is absolutely perfect because there's leaf blades sticking through right there. Looks awesome. Yeah, and really that's all there is to it. Just adding sand and making sure that the leaf blades stick through. If you've got warm season grasses, don't worry too much. Obviously don't go flipping 100 mils of sand on top of the grass. That'll struggle obviously. But filling your low areas and getting this lawn perfect, and that's one of the main things that I love about this lawn. It's really so smooth and flat while mowing. It's obviously got a lot of slopes, but it's not very bumpy. I don't know if that really comes through on videos while I'm mowing, but it's not very bumpy, and that's what I love about this lawn. This area here that I'm treating now, that is bumpy, so I really want to try and get that area. You can even see how the mower is scalping into a little bit of dips there, so that's a great idea to sort that out. Let's get to the putting green right there. Ja, nee, ouens, lekker, and I really want to apologize that the videos is coming so slow. I had some incidents here at home and a lot of things going on, so I didn't have too much time to spend on editing and making videos, but there will be more to follow. I'm taking this off for the viewing convenience, and just leaving that there. That's obviously there for the dogs, and I thought that system is foolproof. You know, my shade net or my frost net wall here is foolproof, and it was almost, until a day or two ago when my dogs decided to dig out a hole there. Lekker guys, so that is the putting green, and that is just over 3 weeks since, 3 weeks. Just I think it's 3 weeks and 2 days after seeding. If you low down here, it looks awesome, but once you go up a little bit higher, you can see that it is still very, very patchy. However, things are looking up because we had this very, very cold weather, and I was actually so surprised with the germination through this cold period. The weather couldn't have been worse, really. I wanted actually some warm weather, but it is what it is. But if you look at the overall picture, there's germination absolutely everywhere. I've got leaves falling here. Obviously it's fall right now, or winter right now, but I've got germination absolutely everywhere. The thinnest spots is probably here and there, and there is good germination right there. Let me show you if I get closer. Hold on, let me see if I can get a better angle. You can see right there, germination absolutely everywhere. I can't wait until it's mature enough for me to start mowing. I think only once I start mowing it'll start creeping sideways, once the plant is more mature and all those type of things. Just one thing that I want to show you is that hole that my dog dug, and it is so frustrating. I don't know whether he came, I think he came over that net, and then he dug quite a lot of holes here and whatnot. So why it is so frustrating, once again, like I say, only once it's mature it'll really start only creeping sideways. So this area right here, I seeded yesterday now. So what I did was I mixed some sand with seed, and I just filled in these holes of his paws where he dug a bit. And this part is basically 3 weeks behind now, and that's what's irritating me, because to fill a, let's say, 10 by 20 or 30 centimeter gap is going to take quite a long time. And that is really, really frustrating. And you can see right next to it, we had like decent germination right there. Some worm castings, but not too worried about that. But the green, all in all, looks very good. I'm going to show you a quick, I don't know how long this is going to take, but I took pictures almost every day, or almost every second day. Videos and pictures, I don't know, I'll have to see what I've got to show you the germination. And I actually took it from this area right here, to keep you updated, and also for my own records to show you how long it takes for this bent grass to germinate. And it wasn't even ideal conditions, to be honest with you. 1 or 2 nut grasses popping up here. Don't know if they'll show up on camera. As you can see, look at those buggers there. They are massive. I think they're coming from the soil, obviously. This is clean sand. So yeah, it is what it is, but proper germination everywhere. I wasn't planning on putting within the first month. It is a process. I'm going to put the wall straight back up, or that netting straight back up after I'm finished here, because these dogs obviously love to go places they're not allowed to. I've changed my irrigation to 2 minutes 4 times per day, and it seems to work a lot better, because you don't want pooling and puddling. The sand is already getting soft because of the waterlogged areas. 4 minutes is just too long for this. So it's already starting to get waterlogged, and then it gets really, really soft. So especially when the dogs get over, even where they're walking, you can see I put down all these brown patches. It's a little bit different sand, more or less the same thing, but all that's where the dogs' paws were, and they make a, I don't know, 5 or 10 mil indentation right there, and which I leveled out now. But things looking fairly good. I hope you enjoy this. That green tinge there at the back is actual growth. So very interestingly, if you can see right there, that is a germinated bent grass. It is super, super tiny, but it is a fairly different color. It's almost like purplish when it germinates. It is now day 8 or 9, and I'm starting to see germination absolutely everywhere, even in the spot where there's the least germination. I want to show you like a close-up. This grass is so tiny. Look at all those green stuff popping through there. Those are already germinated ones, and if you go down and you actually have a look, all those black or purplish, you can't see the green ones, but a lot of them, just as they germinate, like that tiny one up there, those are all germinating grasses. You can see them all over. All those black speckles standing up. Those are all grasses coming through. Yeah, so if you're looking at it from this angle, it looks bloody brilliant. But once you go up a little bit higher, you can still clearly see it's very, very thinned out. Yeah, okay, and so just a quick Kikuyu update. I wanted to do this update 2 or 3 weeks ago, but we had an incident here, like I just said. They actually broke into our place here, and well, not into my place, they jumped the wall here, hence the electric fence, hence the fence that we've put up, and that's cost quite a lot of money and a lot of time and a lot of effort. I'm not even completely done with all the things here, and digging up of my lawn here to put pipes for cables and whatnot. But all in all, the lawn is looking pretty damn good. I've cut down almost like 47 trees. Okay, that's exaggeration. I've got that whole bush down here is probably 2 or 3 trailer loads of garden refuge. So that's all lekker, all to get this bloody fence up. You know, it just reminds me, oh, it's such a lekker place until they break into your flippin' place. Unfortunately, well, fortunately for you, unfortunately for me, they stole my golf clubs. So now I can't also play golf for the next while until I get that sorted out. Golf clubs also cost a fortune nowadays. So that's a pity, but fortunately for you, I no longer play golf for this stage. So I've got time for videos and goetertjies. Okay, so the Kikuyu looking flippin' lekker, guys. I think that's gonna wrap it up for this video. Besides this part, obviously, that is now a complete mess. The Kikuyu looking lekker. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And yeah, I think I'll see you in the next video. Remember to get the bell on. Hit the bell on, notifications, and also smash the like button if you have enjoyed this video. See you in the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye. You know, water is really your friend. It's like, hey buddy, trust me, I know where the low spots are. I know where the low spot is. Pour water and I'll level your lawn.